Hello everyone, welcome back to another Sudoku. Today we're going to be looking at colorful nights. Normal Sudoku rules apply, as well as night Sudoku, so this 9 hits all of these spaces by night's roll. So let's just start off, before we do anything else, notating all these. 2, 4, 6, 8. Which ones can't be 4? Which ones can't be 2? Don't see any 6s or 8s. But since the identically colored cells are clones of each other, and this one can't be a 2 or 4, this one also can't be a 2 or 4, these ones can't be 2s or 4s. Right, the green cells can't be 2s because of that too. The blue ones can't be 6s. I didn't see that 6 before. Alright, let's do some actual Sudoku, see if we can find anything. The 1 in this box restricts all of those spaces. So that's a 1. So the ones over here restricted. This one hits by anti-night, that one hits by anti-night. And in this box is restricted. I think anti-night applies to everything, not just the odds. Oh right, because of the clone rule. Since this 2 hits that one, that can't be a 2. So none of those could be 2s. This is a 2. If these 2 is a 2, so this space can't be a 2. Although I guess we knew that. This space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, could be 6 or 8 because of the pencil mark 9s. So that does match up with the other 6, 8 pair. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 left to place here. I'm gonna write this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. pretty darn restricted area there. And whichever this 6-8 is, will be the opposite for the reds. So if this were a 6, then this would be a 8, and this would be a 4. If this were a 8, then this would be a 6, and this would be a 4. So this is a 4. That's some nice logic right there. So now these blues can't be 4s anymore. Or in this box must be here. All right, anti-knight. It's not a 4. That should be all the 4s. Very nice. It's always surreal when all the noise from the wall turns off. It's like, whoa. Just got real quiet. We've got 9 in one of these two spots. So 9 in here is restricted. 9 in here is somewhat restricted. That couldn't be a 9 because that would hit all 3. 9 couldn't be there because it would anti-knight kill everything. Oh, right. So this is a 9. Okay, this all unravels. Yep, look at this square. You get 9 here. And because the pencil mark's here, this is a 9. So now in this space, this is a 9. This is a 9. So that's a 1. Whoops. That's a 7. Get that nifty X-wing. Looks like the end of the journey for the 9s for now. We've got all these 1s. There's got to be something I can do with them. Right, 1s in this box are restricted. So now we know that this is a 1. Because neither of those could be 1s. Any of that. This must be the 1. And also the way I figured it out is because the pencil marked 1s are in the same rows. So the one they're missing must have a 1. This one hits by anti-knight. So now this is a 1. It should fix up the rest of it because it did overtake a 2 here. So now all the blues are 2s. Which is very satisfying to do all at once with the way this software works. So now we end up with the final 2 X-wing. Looking at the 6, trying to see if there's anything I can do with that yet, but I don't see anything. There's no 8s in the grid for some reason. 7's in the square. Have to be here. Could have seen that one a bit earlier. 7's here and here. Mean that can't be a 7. This can't be a 3 because of it's an even square. So 3-9 pair this should be. Yeah. So we got 6-8, what else to put in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 8, and 5. We've only got the 1, 5 so far. But let's finish up this column real quick. Needs a 3. And a 5. And a 6, 8, but I don't want to notate that. Anyways. 2's are done, are they? No, not quite. So 3 can't be in either of those spaces. Which means that the 3 in this row is limited. Is it limited anywhere else? Not that I can see. Got 7 and 5 limited to these squares, which would rule a 7 and 5 out of that, but we already know what that is. Seven and this row is restricted to these spots. Doesn't seem super crazy, but I thought I might get something out of that. It's gotta be the 6-8 thing. I think that this space couldn't be a 6 or an 8. Because if this were a 6, then those would both be 8s. And then these would contradict. So this is definitely a 3 or 5. Is there any space that's similar? keep feeling like there's gotta be some way to finish up the 9s, because they're so close to being done. I don't know why I didn't see that either. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 5, 8. Right? This space sees both of them. So if this were a 6, it would force both of them into 8s. So let's see what this could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's either 5 or 7. I don't know if this is the right way to go about this. Let's do an old technique. If this were a 7, that would force 7 here, 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 here. So those would be all the 7s. And it would force a 5 here. And if this were a 5, there would be no place for a 5 in this box. So this is a 7. Really, I just had to notice that this couldn't be a 5. But yeah, I think that'll do it. But what exactly will it do? So we got 6, 8, 5 left to place. And I think this is the breaking point. If this were 6, then this would be 8, and this would be 6. So this can't be 6 or 8. Which should make it a 5. That's a 5, that's a 7, that's a 6 or 8. This 5 puts a 5 here. Very powerful spot for a 5 there. This 5 hits both of those, which makes a 9-5 pair. So now this is a 1, that's a 1. Nines are almost done. Now, could this space be a 6 or an 8? If this were a 6, then this would be 8, and this would be valueless, so this has to be a 9. And now this is a 6, 8. This is a 9. That's a 5. So one of these are a 5. One of these two are a 5. So we got 6, 8 missing here. What else? 7? So 7 must be in one of these. And 7 must be in one of those. 3 in this should be limited as well. Actually, yes, it's very limited, because 3 can't be here or here, because that's a guaranteed even. That's a 3. That's another 6, 8. Three doesn't do too much crazy, but it does give a 3 in one of those. Oh, this is really interesting. 3 here, right, by anti-knight, and 3 couldn't be in either of those because they would hit both of those by anti-knight. So this is actually a 2-3 pair, which makes this not a 3. And it means that since these 3s are lined up, 3 has to be in one of those spaces. Whoops. And this 3 up here forces a 3 here, which leaves us with a nice little X-wing. Now let's see, the 1s are finished. We still got a few 7s kicking around. We got those 6, 8s. 2s aren't quite done. Can I figure out the 2s? No, I think they're too strong. Alright, 5s. I just got so many of them. Right, this 5 sees that square. So now the 5 that sees that 5 that sees that means that this is a 5. And this is a 7. This is why I love Snyder notation. You just clean up stuff so easily. And now 7 must be in one of those 2 spaces. Must be there. 7, 5, 7. This is now a 6, 8 pair. This is now a 6, 8 pair. Finally, I know that these must all be 6s. Now this is an 8. that should do it. What a puzzle. This was a really nice puzzle. I got lost for a little bit, and then eventually I figured out the way. It was the fact that this cell was so much stronger than I thought, because it saw every single cell in this entire square. That's one of those things that I've been doing a lot of these puzzles, but that's always sneaky to me. In any case, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next puzzle.